Remember, success leaves clues. Always remember that, guys. Success leaves clues. That literally means if there's someone else that has been successful, they will leave the clues of how you can become successful. None of you are going to the NBA. I don't think. I don't think any of you are, right? Or playing any professional sport. But there's a ton of things that you can pick up from the way Kobe thought about the processes of life that can help you. Sean put one in the chat. Have a culture that's sustaining. Have a culture of obsessives. That's for any of you business owners that are building anything. One of the things that Kobe said from an investment perspective is I look at businesses that are the owners obsessive. Do they create a culture of obsessiveness, where it's okay to say, you know what, this is a problem. We're going to be obsessed about this thing because he was obsessive. He was obsessed. So that's what he would look for, right? Think about a business you're building or what you're building for your life. Where are you obsessed? What are you obsessive about? We've looked at that in 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, that it talks about the world class are obsessive, right? They have an obsession, a healthy obsession with something. And so that's something that Kobe had also. He had a healthy obsession. He made the comment of like, you know, not everyone could make basketball their number one priority. And he said, oh, this would be easy because he could make it the number one priority. Even though he had family and responsibilities and all these things, he could make basketball the number one priority. And he said, what? The people around him understood that. The family and friends, they know them for that. They love them for that. It's totally okay that he could be obsessed and go be great at something where the rest of the team and, you know, the people that are playing in the NBA maybe couldn't make that decision. So that's what set him apart. So some of these little distinctions, think of the last thing that he said when he tore his Achilles and he goes into the locker room and his kids are there. He's mindful of setting the tone. He just ended his career basically. Right? Like, but he's mindful enough to walk in the locker room and be like, hey, but my kids need to see Daddy's okay. It's just another obstacle. We're going to get through this. We're going to make this thing happen. You lost your career. If you got fired, I mean, he didn't get fired, but understand, right? Parallels. You get fired, you walk out. Kids are probably going to know that day. You know, it's written all over your face, all over your body language, all over. Daddy doesn't feel like it. Mommy doesn't feel like it. It's a bad day, right? Like, just not even being mindful enough to know that, okay, I have to set this example for my children. That's something that Kobe did. He was preparing to win all the time. He was always preparing to win. And that's the message. That's the message that we all have to take. You have to prepare to win. Some of us want to win, but we're not preparing to win. We're not putting ourselves in the position to put these disciplines and these thought processes in place so that we can design the life that we want. And that's what we have to be able to do. We have to be able to prepare to win. Here in 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, number 100 says champions prepare to win. Kobe was the ultimate champion. He was always preparing to win. As he was transitioning out and he got out of basketball, I saw an interview with him where he said, if my next 20 years aren't better than my last 20 years, I'm a failure. So he reached the heights of his career in basketball. He was stepping into what? Animation and film writing and books and right, and the entertainment side of things. He was preparing for his next 20 years to be better, him to be better at that than he was at basketball. When he talked about in that interview, preparing to win as he was transitioning out of the NBA on flights that he would take with the Lakers, he would be writing stories. He would be preparing to get better at his filmmaking, storytelling, that side of things while he was towards the end of his career, because he was always preparing to win. That's what we got to be able to do. It says here in the book, in the text, it says, average people seem to have a strategy of ready, fire, aim. In other words, people fail to do the necessary preparation and planning it takes to succeed. Middle-class performers have a fondness for winging it. Some actually brag about their lack of planning, like a kid in school who boasts about not studying for an exam. Amateur performers are always looking for the easy road, yet appear to be confounded by their lack of success. Champions are perennial planners. They're always charting and changing their course to be certain everything is on track. Skating the details of preparation never occurs to the world class because they are surrounded by a society full of amateurs who prove the theory doesn't work. The great ones don't limit their plans to their own scope of knowledge and experience. They know someone somewhere knows somehow knows how to do it better and is willing to help. Planning isn't popular with amateurs because it's not always fun and it rarely produces instant pleasure. The masses are professional pleasure seekers, and planning doesn't fall into this category. Champions have learned to delay their gratification as long as necessary in order to breathe life into their goals and dreams. Planning, ladies and gentlemen, it says, again, the great ones don't limit their plans to their scope of knowledge and experience. They know someone somewhere knows how to do it better and is willing to help. What did Kobe say? He said, I went to the goat mountain, right? I want to be great. I'm going to go talk to the greats. I'm going to go talk to Bird and Magic and Bill Russell and all the people that I look up to, and I'm going to ask them how they did it and what words they have. This is what people don't know about mentorship in general, is you find good mentors, they want to tell you how they did it. They want to give you the secrets. Many people have this idea that once people get successful, they don't want to share information with them. And it might be because you came across someone that you deemed as successful and they didn't want to share some information with you at some point, or your boss at your job or something. But you get around truly successful people that have their life close to where they want it, that have done some things in their life, that have made some achievements, that have been doing something for a decade, 15 years, 20 years, and you come right around them and you serve them, they're going to want to share every bit of information with you. Some of y'all might not have known that that Michael Jordan was like a big brother to Kobe after he kind of transitioned out. The great before Kobe was MJ that dominated his era. He's willing to be a big brother and a mentor to the next up and coming person that most likely will surpass him, beat his records, whatever the case is. Jordan could have been like, no, that's okay. I'm just going to keep this to myself. But he didn't. Why? Because he understands success. And so the fact that he had information, he was willing to pass it down. Who are you seeking out that has the information that you need? Who are you seeking out? Who are you getting around that knows how to do what you're trying to do, that has done it, that has insight and wisdom for you, that you can come alongside, that you can serve them? This concept of mentorship, guys, can help you win, can help you prepare to win a lot faster. It can help you prepare to win a lot faster. Again, being in the money space, we have these conversations with people when we sit down and we talk finance. One of the questions I ask every once in a while is like, who taught you money? Who taught you money? Like, how did you learn money? And you know what 99% of people say? Either my family, someone in my family said something to me about money or kind of gave me a little insight. I got around some good people. I had some peers that I found out knew some money. I had some friends that all of a sudden started teaching me something, or I learned it through my own experiences, trial and error. Just whatever, however I messed up my credit. I fixed my credit. I bought the house. I didn't realize how high the interest was, so I did something different. It's just trial and error, back and forth. 99% of people say one of those three areas. The majority of people say trial and error. My parents weren't wealthy, so they couldn't teach me how to be wealthy. That's understandable. I never really got around a ton of people that had wealth, or no one really gave me the game that way. So I just kind of figured it out myself. Well, what champions know is there's someone that does know that information and is willing to give it to you. You just have to get around them. You have to make that your purpose. You have to start thinking about what you want to make happen and start attracting that into your life. But there's people out there that know the information, that can get you there faster, that can help you prepare to win quicker. Every generation should get better. Our kids should do things faster than we did it. That's the way it should work, right? You constantly are getting better. Why? Because information is getting passed down. Tools, concepts, secrets, tips, those things get passed down. People can grasp them quicker and apply them quicker, so they get there faster. So something that might have taken us 15 years should take our children 5 years if we do it properly. Same thing in business, same thing in life. You have visions, goals in your finances, in your business life, in your health life, with your relationships, in any area, in your happiness, in your mindset, in any of the areas that you want to get better, that you want to improve, that there's things that you want to change. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. There's people out there that have done it. There's books on it. There's all those types of things that you can get, but you got to make sure that you are preparing to win. Winning isn't just by accident. Nobody believes that Kobe just won by accident. Nobody believes that LeBron just wins by accident. The biggest business leaders, they don't just win by accident. It's not just, I was messing around with some things and all of a sudden I fell on this. No. It's planning. It's being strategic. It's understanding what are the areas that I'm lacking that I need to get support so that I can go win. That's what you're thinking about. And you put this in practice every day. Remember, I started this call off by saying, right, we don't subscribe to the things that other people subscribe to, the employee mindset, the hump day, and thank God it's Friday. We don't. Why? Because we get a shot every single day to prepare to win. It's not 5 days on, 2 days off, 4 days on, 3 days off. That's not the life. It's 7 days. We're preparing to win. Winning for you looks different. You got to define what that is for you. That's all I want for all of you on this call, is to define what winning actually looks like. What does that look like in your bank account? What does that look like in your peace or your happiness or your faith life or your health? Like, what does winning actually look like? Once you know what winning looks like, then you just prepare every day. You do something every day to move you towards that goal. You change a habit. You get new information. You jump on a mindset call. You do something that pushes you in that direction every single day. Here's what it says in this quote. It says, the flinch factor: when not prepared to win, we will flinch when customers pose a question we cannot handle. Take that out of the customer context, take it into your life context. If you're not prepared to win, when things come that you feel like you can't handle, you're going to naturally quit. You're going to naturally take the step back. You're going to naturally question whether or not this is the right path or this is the price that you should pay. That flinch factor. It's like, oh, this just popped up. What do? Do I flinch? Do I stop? Do I go the other direction because I can't really handle it? Or do I push through it because I'm prepared to win? Like, I've already prepared for this. I knew that obstacle was coming. It's why I try to always encourage all of you with that saying that life doesn't get easier, right? Life doesn't get easier. We just get stronger. Life is going to get harder, progressively harder. This is my belief. You don't have to adapt this belief, but just look around, right? Like, life gets harder. You get older. There's more things that happen in relationships. People pass away in your life. You start to age, right? You slow down. There's jobs. There's financial things. There's all types of stuff that happen. If you continue to build your capacity to handle it, it may not seem like life is getting harder because you're prepared to deal with it. But the actual events of life continue to get harder. You can just choose to get stronger or not. And if you don't get stronger at some point, this life it'll knock you out. There'll be something that happens where you're just like, it's too much. I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm not coming back. Might happen in your 50s, might happen in your 70s. But if you continue to get stronger, you can continue to handle more and have more capacity to build to the life that you want. So that's how we prepare to win. The action step for today says commit to creating a 90-day action plan to carry you closer towards your ultimate vision. We're coming up on May. What if you hit May, June, and July, 90 days to just do something all the way out towards your goal and see how that momentum grows for you? Do something for 90 days. Put yourself in a position where you are prepared to win. That's the key, ladies and gentlemen. Create an environment that allows you to win. Get around good people. Continue to jump on these calls. Share this with people. Get around the environment that's talking the good stuff, not the fear, not the anxiety, not the worry, not the lack, but they're talking the abundance, the faith, the grace, the gratitude, all those things. That's what they're talking about. And let that stuff permeate and watch how your life changes, guys. I love y'all. I want y'all to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve it. Go out there and make it happen.